This is William Pitt the Younger. He said, necessity is the plea for every infringement of human freedom. It is the argument of tyrants. It is the creed of slaves. I have just a personal opinion. My right to keep and bear arms is based on a natural right to self-preservation. That is the first law of natural law, my right to self-preservation. If a candidate will not defend unequivocally my right, my personal right to keep and bear arms, he has no right to talk to me about national security. Because his power of national security is only as great as my power to self-defense. And that's something that we need to understand. And we have too many people in Washington, D.C. who believe that their job in the House of Representatives is national security. It is not. The job of the House of Representatives is to defend our liberty. We have to choose representatives who will not compromise first principles, choose reps who have proven their understanding of these principles, choose representatives who have proven character, because morality matters. You have to have a candidate who's willing to answer to you. We don't have that anymore. You're lucky if you have a county commissioner who's willing to answer to you. But it's only because we have relinquished our authority for so long and allowed these people to assume an authority greater than ours. Focus on liberty first, not services or security. We must secure and hold the halls of power. We must make sure that once we get liberty-minded people into our government, we keep them there. This is John Philpott Curran, who was giving a speech at a gubernatorial race in Dublin, Ireland. Now this is where we get that phrase, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Thomas Jefferson did not say that. John Philpott Curran said it. He said, it is the common fate of the indolent to see their rights become prey to the active. The condition upon which God hath given liberty to man is eternal vigilance, which condition if he breaks, servitude is at once the consequence of his crime and the punishment of his guilt. There is no room to be a couch potato in the defense of liberty. Voting once every 4 years, or every 2 years, if you're doing a good job, is not the defense of liberty. Liberty is an everyday way of life. How are you defending your liberty? You know the best and most effectual way we've already talked about. Exercising it. Tell me, what good is freedom of speech if you never say anything controversial? We don't need to be reminded of our freedom of speech so we can go around and speak politically correct things all the time. One of the greatest ways you can defend your liberty is every single day. Stand up somewhere in public. The grocery store, the Walmart if you have one, I don't know if you do or not. The public square. And say something loud as you can that you know the audience will find offensive. Now make sure you're speaking truth, okay, because that helps. Don't just be a jerk. But stand up and say something in truth that is offensive. Now that makes us uncomfortable. Sounds radical, doesn't it?
It's fun.
But the problem is, our rights have become radical. How many of you have a sidearm right now on your side? How many of you would walk down the street with a rifle slung? Many would feel very uncomfortable with that. When did exercising our rights become radical? Do you know, exercising your rights is only radical to two forms of people? Tyrants and slaves. Maybe we should take a few minutes to reflect on that.